state constitution refers to the U.S. Constitution as the supreme law of the land. Is that correct?
We're not doing this, sir.
If you're not doing it, then I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Identify yourself to these police officers, please. Right now, identify yourself to these police officers.
So are you doing an insurrection against the people?
You're about to be removed from this vehicle. Shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off.
Let's go, right? What's up?
Hey, David.
Hey. Tell you who he is yet?
What's that?
Tell you who he is yet?
It's not.
All right, let's take him out and bring him back so we can identify him.
Yep. I was just trying to see if we had anything on there so I could at least come up and already have his information, but it's a rental car.
Yep.
And I got nothing else on it.
No idea who it is?
No, I've never even seen this guy before. Blew right through the stop sign, but he is not, he said he doesn't have to stick around. I was like, okay, well, I'm advising you legally you have to stay here.
Yeah, he's detained.
Now, I'm going to say something that many of you will disagree with. I understand. It doesn't change anything, though, okay? Rental cars, big red flag, you know? People use them for all kinds of things, you know? Just because you're not using it for a nefarious reason doesn't mean most of the people aren't doing it for, you know what I'm saying.
All right. You got a rental car, brother. You got to have a contract for it, right? And a driver's license. I need to see that.
Wait, no. You don't what?
Star Titan NT196207 status checks.
410-4.
Currently, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight. My uncle was first sergeant military police.
Okay.
My cousin is a police officer in Genesee County.
Okay. Who is it in Genesee County?
That would be Morgan.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
So anyway, I also have had federal security clearance of high security public trust, right? So I'm all about Constitution.
Okay.
So I need you as a public servant, because am I a public servant or are you the public servant?
So you're correct. I'm the public servant.
Good. You have an oath of office to that Constitution. Am I correct?
Yep.
What's the 10th Amendment?
So I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, so a law scholar I am not, but it says any powers that are not specifically given to the federal government or withheld from the states are reserved for those respective states or the people at large to decide. And we, the people at large, have decided you've got to have insurance. You've got to be able to prove that you can even drive the motor vehicle, hence having a driver's license. I mean, this is not hard to understand. Right now, you're about to witness a full-grown man become a child again.
You don't, no, listen, no, 10th Amendment.
We're going to have you step out of the car.
You're not going to do anything.
All right, come on, sir. Get out.
Yep.
Unlock
We're going to have you remove out of the car.
So I'm going to record this again.
You're free to record. You can record whatever you like.
I'm going to roll up the window.
Nothing is
over until we decide it is.
Now you're going to recite the 10th Amendment.
I'm going to have 203 start this way as well. 196 to 203 if you can enter this location.
I'm going to tell you something else I know from experience. You don't always want a supervisor. Sometimes you get a... Honestly, what I'm trying to say is, don't press your luck. All supervisors are not created equal.
Next step is I call 911 and I get SWAT here.
We are SWAT.
We are SWAT, so...
Good.
Now you want to call 911. Man, you are into abusing resources like it's nobody's business, aren't you?
You're an insurrectionist at this point in time, because if you're trying to demand anything out of me...
We need to identify you, sir.
I have no problem with giving you my license and what have you. What I'm doing is I'm ensuring you're abiding by your oath to the Constitution.
Stop it. Get some help.
So we need to see your driver's license.
You don't need to see anything from me because you are a public servant. I have the right to travel under the 9th Amendment.
Who's trying to disparage you of anything? We don't even know if you got insurance right now. You blew through a stop sign.
I have right, First Amendment right, freedom of exercise of religion. Freedom of exercise
So what
of
does that have to
religion.
do with you
I'm
committing a
going to
vehicle and
clarify
traffic
for
law violation?
Stop interrupting me. You're the public servant.
Whoa. You're the one running around here like stop signs don't exist or don't matter to you. Come on now.
First Amendment,
203
freedom of
copy.
exercise of religion, right? Does it state that
So
clearly?
what I don't understand, sir, is what does it have to do
So-
with you not stopping
That's
at a
what
stop
I'm getting
sign
to. Are you going to
and
answer
speeding?
my question?
No, I need to see your driver's license and
If
registration.
you're not going to answer my question, then we're not.
What?
You want to act like a public servant and answer my question, or do
So
you want to act like
literally-
you're the
so what you're
authority when
gonna
you have
do is-
done?
Whoa. Public servant does not mean public slave. I mean, you're the one pulled over for a violation. You Nimrod.
It's turned this from just a simple traffic stop.
So what I'm
Verify
doing is
that
I'm
you have a
asserting my rights as a U.S. citizen and validating that you're not abiding by your oath to the Constitution.
So my job here today
So
is to
your
monitor
job here
traffic
today
safety.
is to enforce the law. Is that correct?
Correct, which you violated.
No, because which is the supreme law of the land, Marbury versus Madison. If a law is created that violates a constitutional standard, it is automatically null and void.
I don't care what nobody says. No driver's license, no insurance, no go.
So, sir,
Is that
how does that have
correct?
to
If
do
you
with
have
you
an oath
not
to the
coming to a complete
Constitution-
stop at a stop sign?
So that's what I'm getting to. What's the freedom
I don't
of
understand.
So if you don't understand,
roundabout
I'm
way to
free
get
to
to that.
educate you. Are you going to
Why are you
listen?
yelling at
Sir, Pennsylvania
Because
versus
you are not
Mims.
listening to
Sir,
me.
Pennsylvania versus Mims says that we have the right to ask you out of the car.
Boom.
Roasted.
You don't have any rights to First Amendment, separation of church and state.
Yes.
Oh, look, everybody's free to adopt any belief system they so choose. But I believe that the state was supposed to stay out of the church, but the church is supposed to be all up in the state. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of politics. I will not stay out of religion. Every person need a belief system, a line, where to stand, a moral compass that guide them.
Supreme Court case law.
Supreme Court case, Marbury versus Madison. If a law is made that violates the constitutional standard, it's automatically null and void.
Sir, you can either give us your license or you have to step out of the vehicle.
It's your choice.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
There's all the doors are locked too.
Yep.
It's annoying, isn't it?
I'm here till 10.
Yeah.
I've already fought a course case in North Carolina. Just let you know. I had it thrown out. It was dismissed for the same principle I'm stating with you right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you think you have the authority?
You violated vehicle and traffic law.
Which law is that?
1172A.
State law?
New York State vehicle and traffic law.
Who state Constitution refers to the U.S. Constitution as the supreme law of the land. Is that correct?
We're not doing this, sir.
If you're not doing it, then I'm not doing it.
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
This 203 responded.
203, did you say you're responding here?
Yep, I'm on my way there now.
10-4.
Calling 911.
I'm aware.
County, just so you're advised, this driver's calling 911.
No.
Don't like that.
Niagara County 911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, I don't know where it exactly is. What road am
We're
I
on
on?
Rui
officers?
Road, sir.
Do we?
We're on Rui Road.
Rui? Okay, I'll let you, the officer, explain. Right now I have a couple police officers. I'm trying to assert my rights under the Constitution.
Oh, really?
First Amendment, separation of church of state, which states clearly in the First Amendment that the freedom of exercise of religion, that freedom of exercise, if Congress can't pass a law, then they can't violate, the Judicial Department can't enforce the law. That's the supreme law of the land. I'm asserting that with these officers that are pulling me over for a traffic violation, which is state law. And on the federal level, they refuse to abide by their oath of office to the Constitution. Now they're acting under the 10th Amendment, which states clearly to the state or the people. It's not exclusive to the state. So that said, they don't have any authority nor jurisdiction in this matter. Even if I did go through a stop sign, there's nobody that was hurt or injured, which doesn't make it a crime. And since I follow common law, which is 5 of the 10 commandments.
No, I don't see common law paying for my Chevy should you slide into it. Let's be honest now. It's called financial responsibility. And if you're not okay with that, I don't want to hear the rest of what you got to say.
No murder, no theft, no coveting, no bearing false witness, and no adultery. They are currently committing an insurrection. Well, I don't know if I did or not. That's what they're proclaiming, but state law doesn't supersede federal law. Federal law, 1st and 10th Amendment, as well as the 9th Amendment apply here, and they're violating the rules of the Constitution, which in turn would make them insurrectionists.
Delusion.
Now, I have police officers in my family and what have you. Sure, my name is Richard Ewert. Driver's license, Ewert, E-W-E-R-T. And just for fun, because I don't have any problem with giving them my license and what have you, I'm just kind of asserting my rights at the moment. My driver's license number, if you need one. Okay. So again, if you want to have the argument about it being commercial or what have you, because that's what driving is referencing, that's why you would need a license if you're working under commercial, which I technically am.
You see, she don't want to argue with you neither. She don't want to even be talking to you right now. You've got 2 officers right here. Right now, what you're doing is just abusing the system and wasting more resources. That's all.
Do you have an emergency?
The emergency is these cops are violating my constitutional rights, and they refuse to leave.
Their lieutenant's on the way over to speak with you. You can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there. But unfortunately, right now, you're tying up an emergency line for somebody that could be in cardiac arrest or having trouble breathing or having chest pain.
Well, they did try to say that I have to step out of the vehicle, and they're trying to demand things out of me. We're acting like they have the authority when they're public servants.
On the way there, you can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there, okay?
Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Where were you headed to when you were driving down the road?
I'm delivering some food.
Where are you delivering?
Go ahead.
I don't know the exact address.
How long have you been doing DoorDash for?
I've been doing Uber and like...
10-4, we heard.
Like I said, I don't have any problems with you guys. I'm not a defund the police or anything like that. I'm fully on your side, but...
You sure about that? Do you have that rental agreement on you, sir?
No, it's actually at home.
Okay.
I guess my thing is you either don't believe me that you ran directly through a stop sign, or you didn't stop at all. You went directly through a stop sign and are speeding.
No.
Don't like that.
Well, I wouldn't say I was speeding. I wouldn't know that. But again, the stop sign, to me, I didn't see the stop sign. So if I did, it's because I didn't see it.
That's fine.
And that is why you get a citation, so that you know to mind your surroundings, so that don't happen next time. And you say, oh man, well nobody was injured, but what if you run over some child? What if you just hit, who knows what?
It's fine. And we could have gone a whole different route over this, other than...
Exactly. And I just wanted to ask you questions, and then you didn't
refuse
for you to
ask
answer.
me questions.
It
I
is
was
my
super
job.
cordial to you. I came up to you. All
It
I said
doesn't
is I
make a
need to see your
difference.
driver's license.
Again, you're the public servant, right?
Correct. But
So
no
if
one...
I ask you a question, if you wanted to keep it cordial and everything, you would have
Right.
answered the question.
Right, but you're not even identifying who you were to me.
I don't have to
You do,
identify
though,
you.
because
No,
you're
I
driving on a New York State roadway. You need to
Ninth
produce...
Amendment.
It has nothing to do
Right
with
to
that.
travel.
You can speak with my supervisor.
I'm the supervisor.
Okay.
It's New York State law. This is a traffic stop. Identify yourself, or you're going to be arrested for obstruction and a misdemeanor.
Boom.
Roasted.
All right. You have an oath of the Constitution, is that correct?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
It's time to get out of the car and identify yourself.
So if you go and do what you're doing,
Yep.
you're violating the Bureau Constitution.
Nope.
Yes.
You're detained right now. You're accused of committing a crime, a vehicle and traffic law. You have to identify yourself. It's basic when you're 16 years old and you get your license. I'm Lieutenant Slick, badge 203. You're going to identify yourself to these officers right now.
Boom.
Roasted.
Why are you not identifying yourself?
I already did actually on the 911 call. I gave him my driver's license number and everything. But as far as that's concerned, again, you have an oath to the Constitution. Are you going to allow me to speak? I'll clarify this for you.
Yep. Are you going to identify yourself?
Are you going to allow me to clarify
Yes.
everything?
Yes.
So I already did on the 911 call. I actually gave you, did you happen to take notice of the driver's license number that I gave? They could ran it?
Well, we wouldn't be able to do that because we're having a conversation while you were giving that
So
to
either way,
dispatch.
right, we have an oath to the Constitution. Now, keep in mind, I don't need anybody. Again, as I iterated to them, my uncle was first sergeant military police. My cousin is works as police over in my county, Genesee County, right? So I have no problem with the police.
You don't think, and that's your problem.
What I'm doing right now is I'm asserting my rights.
No, sir. What you're doing is causing a disruption, aka a problem. You are being a problem for the sake of being a problem for no other reason. And when you're being a problem for no other reason, you are abusing resources. All three of these officers have much better things to do, I assure you, than sit here and mess with you, okay? The inevitable is going to happen. This will be probably the last time that any of y'all see me. But I want you to remember this. Jesus loves you. So do I.
Making sure you're abiding by your oath to that Constitution. Why is that important today? Because what I'm saying to you right now, because as much as you're trying to come at me, keep in mind I have the full legal right to... Let me clarify this for you, because if you want to have this kind of argument. You proclaim December the 12th month
Of the year?
Yes. Even though the word itself literally means 10th month.
Sir, I don't know if
So exactly.
I don't know if
you don't know.
I want to help you. I don't know if it's a mental
I want to
health
help people too.
Is this a mental health issue or you?
That sounds like you do have one, because if you proclaim December to be the 12th month when it literally means the 10th, means you're probably not in your right mind.
Identify yourself to these police officers, please. Right now, identify yourself to these police officers.
So are you doing an insurrection against people at the moment?
You're about to be removed from this vehicle. Shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off.
Let's go, Rick. Right?
I am totally.
Lecture on.
You committed assault.
Nope. Now you close the window on me. I told you got to do. Multiple chances to identify yourself.
Now I told you quite often that you're insurrectionists against people.
No. Do you have any weapons in the car?
No, now you're performing illegal search and seizure.
Okay. Alright, sir. Alright, brother. If you want, roll to your side here. You can sit on your bottom. Sit up. Ready? Up on your feet.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Back to front. Please pat him down. Yes, sir.
I don't have any weapons.
Oh, we gotta check you anyway.
I have the right to wear them anyway under the Second Amendment.
Okay.
You'll have to excuse my friend.
He's a little slow.
Have a seat, sir.
All right. Sit tight.
Jesus said, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess before my Father which is in heaven.